I have always wanted to complete a Nuzlocke in Pokemon for my whole life, and today is that day. I've tried for a couple of years now, and I usually black out by the second or third gym, so I usually quit by then. But starting today, things will be different. So I'll be playing Pokemon Platinum and trying to Nuzlocke it. Nuzlocks are pretty simple. You catch one Pokemon per route, you nickname them. If they faint, they die forever, and you can't use them anymore. The only rule I'm really going to be adding is the level caps, but I'm going to be following that loosely because I'm going to be using rare candies because I'm too lazy to train, so.
You want me to eat all of that?
Eat them all.
And if any of y'all are gonna get on me for that, then I don't give a fuck. This is my run, so I'm gonna do it the way I want to, and I don't really care what you say. Tight shit. Also, because I'm extra and I like my different colored Pokemon, every Pokemon I catch has to be shiny. The cool thing about Gen 4 is that there's this thing called the Cute Charm glitch. I'm not gonna get into details about it, but basically, if you perform this glitch, there's a 20% chance of finding a wild shiny Pokemon. So no, I will not be running around aimlessly in the grass just to find a shiny Pokemon. I want to have somewhat of a life now. Come on now, guys. Just to give you guys a little knowledge about my Pokemon skills, whenever I play Pokemon, all I do is use type advantages, so I'll just attack with a move that's super effective. And other than that, I don't use no setup moves, so I use zero brain when I play. So I just want to preface with that real quick. So my journey begins, and I name myself after my name, Carlo. Also, I name my rival after Milk, which is my significant other's dog, because we both got beef. So the game starts off with Milk rushing us to get our starter Pokemon. So we head over to Milk, and bro is already trying to run into the grass without a Pokemon. But luckily, there's this old head that stops his dumbass and gives us a Pokemon for free. I pick Chimchar, of course, because Chimchar is the best, no argument. And immediately after, Milk wants to battle us. So we fry him real quick, and I already know what you're saying. Oh, Chimchar is not shiny. You already broke one of your rules.
They be like, hey Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Then I open up my game and all of a sudden Chimchar is shiny. What? Of course this Chimchar is legit. It's definitely not illegal or anything. Definitely not. So then I go over to the lake and me and Milk see some blue haired guy talk about some time and space. He's probably just yapping. I nicknamed Chimchar Lab Rat because I had to make it shiny in the lab. It's not really legit, but it is legit though. It is legit. And our first encounter ends up being a shiny Bidoof, which is eh. So because of that, I named Bidoof HM Merch for merchant. You get it. And then for the encounter on Route 202, we get a Shinx, a nice yellow Shinx. And then I named the Shinx Bolt because I couldn't think of anything else. I breeze through Route 202 and then we finally arrive at Jubilife City. I do the regular Jubilife City stuff when I get there. Go to the school, give your rival the parcel, get your Poketch, all of that good jazz. I do go up to Route 204 just to get another encounter, and that encounter ended up being a Starly. The shiny is pretty mid, but the brown is pretty cool. But I'm happy I got the big three in my lineup right now: Chimchar, Starly, and Shinx. So I'll take it. I also named the Starly Big Brr. No further explanation on that. Big Brr. I am now ready to head over to Route 203, where Milk is already ready to battle us again. We beat Milk pretty easily. As we are headed to Orberg City, we pass by Orberg Gate, where we get Geodude as our encounter, and we name it Poop for more obvious reasons. As we make it into the city, I also head up over to Route 207 to get another extra encounter, where we find a shiny Machop. We named the Machop Ryan for Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia just beat Devin Haney, and I didn't even think he was gonna beat Devin Haney, but good shit to Ryan. And while in the Orberg mine, we get a encounter which is Onyx, and we name Onyx Westwood because of Vivian Westwood. I don't know why I was thinking about Vivian Westwood, but you know, like Vivian Westwood is like jewelry, rock. Onyx is a rock, you get it type shit. So my plan for work was just to use Monferno and spam Mach Punch until we win. So we followed the plan exactly to its T, and we won. So we got the first gym badge, we beat Rourke, and now we're ready to move on. So our next stop is Eterna City, and so we head back to Jubilife City. And in Jubilife City, we see these blue-haired Bob motherfuckers trying to steal the professor's research. There's a double battle incoming, and I know these are scary in Nuzlocke, so I'll try my best to avoid them throughout the run, but no promises. But anyways, me and my baby Don took care of business as per usual. So then we continue on our way to Eterna City, and for my Ravaged Path encounter, I got a nice and beautiful green Zubat, which I then named Dr. Seuss for obvious reasons. I have now finally arrived in Floroma Town, where there's a bunch of galactic stuff going on here, or blue haired shit going on around here. So while I am solving that, I get my Valley Windworks encounter, which is a not so different shiny Shellos, which I named Gary for obvious reasons again. So fast forward through all this galactic blue haired stuff, I am now in this Valley Windworks and I'm about to face Commander Mars. Now this fight I was scared of because as a Jit, this fight would give me so many problems. I would black out so many times and I have to try again and again. So obviously this fight would scare me, mainly because of that Perugly. But the fight wasn't even bad at all. I just used Lab Rat and spam Mach Punch, and with the help of one super potion and all those Mach Punches, we ended the battle rather quickly. We get a Route 205 encounter, which is a nice and sleek shiny Weasel, but I forgot to nickname the Weasel, so it stays Weasel. So we finally make it to the end of the forest and I tell Cheryl to leave me the fuck alone, and she leaves me alone, and we can finally get an encounter in this forest, which is a Budu, which is a nice shiny, and I name it Rose after Blackpink's Rose. Now that we are in Eternus City, we can now first the second gym, but before that we see this blue haired motherfucker that we saw at the lake earlier yapping again over at the statue here in Eternus City. We also go to Route 211, which is east of the city, and we get another encounter where we find a beautiful red Metatite, and we name the Metatite Sandy for obvious reasons. Come on guys, keep up by now. And now we are just ready to face the gym. With my lineup with Big Brr and Lab Rat, I think we can just go ahead and take the gym leader with no planning. That's exactly what we do, and Lab Rat fried everyone on the team with Flame Wheel and even one shot the Roserade, which is the Pokemon I was most scared about, but we got through pretty easily. Unfortunately, after beating the second gym leader, we have to save people from the blue haired people again, unfortunately. So in order to stop them, I gotta beat their commander, which is now Commander Jupiter, and this is another fight that gave me problems as a Jit because of that skunk tank, but we beat her with no problem this time around, and we can finally move on and go on to Hearthome City. Before heading to Hearthome City, I head over to Wayward Cave and we find a shiny Gibble as our encounter, and we name it Asuna because I was watching Valorant at the time. Very happy with this encounter. This is a very overpowered encounter if I can keep it alive for the end game. So let's see. Then on Route 206, I found a shiny Gligar. I name it Trunks because I think Trunks is cool, and yeah. So as we go through Mount Cornet to go to Hearthome City, we encountered a blue hair guy that was at the lake again, and he starts yapping again and doesn't even tell me his name. He just yaps and dips. Like, why do I keep seeing this motherfucker? So far we have no casualties going through each trainer. Pretty valid until I came over to Route 208. So I'm battling the trainers on this route, and I come over to this painter dude by accident, by the way. I didn't want to fight him yet because I wasn't ready, but I fought him. So Asuna takes care of his Mime Jr., and then for some reason, when he's gonna put out Bonsly next, my small brain tells me to put out Weasel, who is also at 19 health, by the way. My thought process was that Weasel would one-shot the Bonsly with the Aqua Jet, right? Aqua Jet does not one-shot, and I get killed by a rock throw from the Bonsly. I don't have my reaction, but just know I'm disappointed in myself because that's a small brain fart moment. So hopefully I learn from this mistake and we move on. And sadly, our first death, Weasel, who didn't even get a nickname, so they sadly get sent to the box, and that is our first death. We finally made it over to Hearthome City, where I can finally face Fantina, who is the ghost type gym leader over there. So my plan for this gym was to use Trunks and spam Sand Attack and Harden and attack whenever I can. So the plan worked for her first Pokemon, which was Duskull. Even though it was really scrappy and I had to use a lot of super potions, so did it really work? I don't know. But then when Miss Magius come out, I thought that Trunks could take one more Shadow Ball, but that one Shadow Ball ended up killing me. So I let out a big sigh because I was glazing Gligar earlier when I caught it because I really wanted to keep it in my team just because it got the swag points, but now I can't even keep it because shit is dead, bro. Shit is dead. But I can't fumble. I gotta focus on keeping the rest of my team alive. So I send out Bolt, and Bolt takes care of business for us. I low-key wish I just used Bolt throughout the fight, but we're not there no more. We move on. Even though we won our third gym badge, it was a pretty sad win because we got our second death, and it felt like these deaths were back-to-back because they're basically back-to-back. So now I'm headed to Veilstone City to fight the fourth gym leader, which is Maylene. But of course Milk wants us to battle before we can head over there. So we battle him again, and he's not bad as usual, but his Staravia does give us a jump scare in the start when it used Endeavor on my Bolt, and my Bolt lives on 2 health. I totally forgot that Staravia knows this move and endeavor, and my heart was just pounding, bro. I hope I don't have to experience that shit again. So my whole team takes care of business, and we make it out alive, thank God. So on our way to Veilstone City, we pass by Sandgem Town, and then of course past Sandgem Town there's the Moo Milk Cafe where you can battle some trainers over there. So I'm battling the trainers, and then one of the trainers almost killed the Heracross with a flame wheel from Lab Rat. Like, the health is on red. The Heracross hits me with a counter and kills Lab Rat because it doubles. You know, y'all know how counter works. I hated this death because, bro, Infernape is very, very overpowered. I really fumbled it that battle. I should have known, but I took some copium and told myself it was okay because it wasn't even a legit shiny counter, so it's fine that we lost that. But we sadly move on with our 3 deaths. We finally make it over to Veilstone, and Veilstone got that shopping center, of course, so of course I do some shopping for some potions, some TMs, and all that jazz. As I make my way towards the gym, I see my baby Dawn waiting for me in the front of the gym. Before fighting the gym, I decide to get some encounters out, so I go back to Route 215 to see if I can get a Kadabra. I ended up with a shiny Scyther, and I named the Scyther Invisible because I was watching the show Invisible. I unfortunately lost the footage while fighting Maylene, but the fight wasn't too bad, and we beat the gym pretty easily. So after the gym, we head over to Pastoria City. We got a shiny Noctowl, a shiny Ghastly, Meryl, Pichu, and a shiny Duskull. I also caught a shiny Ralts. This Ralts gets a star because I add this Ralts onto my team and name it Brunson after Jalen Brunson. I am now ready to fight the 5th gym leader, which is Crasher Wake, over at Pastoria City. But right before I want to battle him, Milk stops me in the front door and wants to battle me. We beat his ass yet again. So for Crasher Wake's battle, it was pretty much easy. Luxray one-shot Gyarados with a Spark. For Quagsire, I put Brunson out because it knows Magical Leaf, which one-shot Quagsire. And then for Floatzel, we put back Bolt out, and Bolt takes care of business with Spark. And now we have our 5th gym badge. Now we have to head over to Celestic Town. But before we head over there, I get my encounter for Route 213, which is a shiny Wingull, which I named Tatum for Jason Tatum for obvious reasons. And then over at Route 214, I was hoping to find a shiny Houndour in order to fill out my Lab Rat void, but I instead find a shiny Rhydon, which I named Travi because Travis Scott wears a lot of brown and obvious reasons. So I head my way over to Celestic Town by spraying the Psyducks with the spray, and I'm not gonna lie, this foggy route cost a lot of lives while I was playing this as a Jit. The trainers here are wild. It's foggy, I can't see shit. It's not a good combo, man. And guess what happens? I accidentally encounter a double battle I did not want to encounter, and bro got a Raichu and Gyarados. I'm already not having good vibes from this, and for some reason my dumbass keeps Asuna out even though there's a Gyarados, and the Gyarados knows Ice Fang, luckily for me, and it one-shots Gabite. So yeah, that's death number 5 right there. I also need to be more mindful of what moves a Pokemon can know. I am doing such a bad job at that. Oh, and I'm not even done on this route yet. We fight another trainer, and then that trainer one-shots fucking Ryan. I was confused and hurt, but in hindsight, I should have just switched thinking I got some big balls, but I really don't. I should just play it smart, but since I didn't play it smart, I cost 2 deaths right there. I don't really care about Machop, but like, bro, Gabite really that shit stings, bro. That shit stings. Anyways, get me the fuck out of this route now, please, now. I finally make it out to Celestic Town. As I am fighting the trainer in the Pokemon Center, their Kadabra, the fucking Kadabra, critical hits me with a Psybeam, and now Bolt is dead. That is death number 6. And now I'm really fucking up bad, bro. So after I cry myself to sleep, I head back into the ruins in Celestic Town, and then the blue-haired guy from the lake pulls up and finally tells me his name. His name is Cyrus, by the way. He battles me, and he was pretty dog water, so I took care of him pretty easily, and we move on. So I head over to Route 211 to get me another encounter because I need more encounters now. Do you not see how many deaths I have? Anyways, the Route 211 encounter was a shiny Chingling, which I named Meat for obvious reasons. I made it over to Canalave City to fight the 6th gym leader, but of course, this motherfucker Milk wanted to battle me again. Brunson basically wiped the whole team one shot. So now I am ready to face the gym leader, Byron, who is Rourke's dad, by the way, the 1st gym leader. And this gym leader is Steel type, so my plan was to use Sandy and just force palm my way to victory. Right there, we took Byron's chain, we took the son's chain, and we took the father's chain, bro. We took the whole lineage, basically. So now we have the 6th badge, and not looking too bad for only 2 badges left. We have 6 deaths, but a lot more than what I would like, but I'm still feeling confident going into this latter end of the game, which is a pretty long stretch. Let's get ready for it. So now I'm up to the part of the game where Cyrus is actually acting out his plan, and we basically got to go around all of Sinnoh and beat up Galactic grunts and save the world. All was going well until I had to check on Professor Rowan and Dawn over at Lake Verity. There was a double battle that I could not skip, and a Murkrow came out during the double battle, and I left out Brunson, even though I shouldn't have left out Brunson. And Murkrow one-shot Brunson during that fight. This death so far hurt the most because Brunson was just straight carrying us in a lot of battles, and Gardevoir was a strong ass part of our team, bro. Really felt that, bro. Like, the void in my heart is fucking big right now. This is what I get, bro, for fumbling with my Pokemon's life. I fumbled bro's life because I wasn't thinking straight. Like, I can't believe this. And right there is death number 7. But we beat everyone in that lake, and we push on. So I head over back to Route 218 to get another encounter, and luckily I encounter Mr. Mime, which is pretty nice. It's not no Gardevoir, but it will do for now. And the Shiny's pretty nice. I name it after Halliburton because the Pacers just beat the Knicks, so I name it Halle Booty. So as I am making my way to Snow Point City, the blizzard is fucking me up so bad that I said I needed another Pokemon right now. So I head over to the Fuego Ironworks to find me a nice fire type Pokemon, and we find a nice shiny Magmar. We named it Pepto because of Pepto-Bismol, and the shiny's matte pink. You get it, you get it. I go back into the field and fight a trainer that I thought I could beat, but then their Abapom hit Sandy with a double hit, bro, and kills Sandy. So death number 8, Sandy, another valuable member of our team. I am definitely feeling the pressure now, but all I can do is move on. So I'm gonna just pretend this death did not happen and just keep on smiling, you know? I am now in Snow Point City, and I'm ready to fight the gym. And the gym battle was pretty easy. We just used Gary and Pepto for certain moments, and they basically took care of business pretty easily. We now have our 7th gym badge, and now we can go check on Lake Acuity because now we have rock climb. So I gotta go check if Milk handled business over at Lake Acuity, and this motherfucker got his ass wiped. So he certainly did not take care of business. So I gotta go save the day for his ass also. So because of that, I head back to the Team Galactic HQ because they obviously have went through with their plans, and I basically fry everyone in that fucking warehouse. And while I'm trying to find Cyrus and free the legendary trio, I see fucking Cyrus have a speech for his little followers, and that shit look crazy, bro. If you really look at it, bro really has motion. Like, he really got all these people to dye their hairs the same exact color, the same exact hairstyle, and they're listening to the bullshit he's spewing. Yo, he really got motion. He looked like he got motion up in that podium, but anyways, he was just yapping about humans and Pokemon being incomplete, and somehow he's gonna make everything complete. But bro is really just projecting his insecurities to other people and Pokemon in the world. Like, bro, that is your problem. If you feel that way, that is not our problem, because what if we don't feel the same way as you do, and which we do not? So he's in fact not him. He's just a sad little boy. But anyways, in the HQ, I realized that if you press on the bed, you can heal yourself because you go to sleep. That's some good advice. So just in case y'all ain't know, I definitely did know. So yeah, I'm just telling you guys just in case you don't, because I definitely did know. So anyways, I find Cyrus in his room, and he says he don't need Uxie, Misper, and Azelf, so I can save him if I want. But he still want to battle me because he mad at my beliefs and shit. I don't fucking know why. The battle went pretty smoothly. The fight was pretty easy. So I beat Cyrus yet again, and he gives me a Master Ball. And after the battle, I do a little Cyrus cosplay. I want to see how it feels to be someone with so much power like him. So now I move on to the headquarters just to find where Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf are being held, and I find them with Commander Saturn. For some reason, Commander Saturn wants to fight me again, even though I just beat his ass at some lake. I beat his ass again, and then I freed the legendary trio. So we make our way up towards Mount Cornet, and we finally make it to Spear Pillar where I see his ass. And of course, before we go to Cyrus, we gotta beat his little grunts. So Mars and Jupiter wants to battle me, so I tag team with Milk. And you know what I say about double battles, man. You know what I say about double battles. Once Skunk Tang came out, I try to use close combat with and it nearly kills it. But of course, the Golbat gets a critical hit poison jab and takes a big brr. I hate these double battles. Death number 9. But anyways, for that double battle, Gary comes in and finishes up the work for us. And then one of the best, if not the best scene in Pokemon game history happens. This scene literally had me giddy as fuck as a kid, I'm not gonna lie. So after this scene, Cyrus really thinks the strong ass legendaries are just gonna listen to him. He basically makes Giratina mad angry, and Giratina opens up a portal to his Distortion World. And of course, Cynthia is like, yo, yo, you gotta jump in. We gotta get his ass out of there. Talking about Cyrus. But because I did suffer one death, I wish I did not suffer. Yo, hold up. Give me like 5 minutes and then we can jump in. So Cynthia lets me go and I rush to the Pokemon Center and put Big Brr in the death box and swap it out for Dr. Seuss. I made it back in around 10 minutes and tell Cynthia I'm ready, and we both hop into this cool ass world. Platinum was my favorite game as a kid. As I'm playing this game, it's just very, very, very nostalgic, especially this part, because the graphics here had me in awe. This whole area, which is cool. We just never seen anything like this in Pokemon. I also do remember when I first jumped into here, it just reminded me that I did not know where to go or what the fuck to do. So with the help of another YouTuber that goes by the name of Maryland, I don't even know if they still make videos anymore, but they used to drop walkthrough videos or playthrough videos of each new Pokemon game, and I used that to help me get through the Distortion World. My little brain could not figure that shit out, but now I don't need no playthrough. I'm gonna try to figure it out without any help. So I do end up completing the puzzles without any internet help, and I find Cyrus and he wants to battle us again, so we won't interfere with his plans. So when Cyrus brings out Gyarados, my dumbass puts out Crobat, forgetting that it knows Ice Fang, but luckily we survived that hit, and I switched to Halle Booty and we put up Reflect, and then we kill it with a Psychic. And then Honchkrow comes out, we kill Honchkrow with some Rock Slides, and then Weevil comes out and that's light work for Pepto. And then Halle Booty tries to take care of Cyrus's Crobat, but gets a crit cross poison hit and gets one shot. What the fuck? So that is death number 10, bro. I have no luck with my psychic types, or I'm just ass at holding them. Dr. Seuss takes care of Crobat crime, but my Crobat better type shit, and we win. But at what cost? But anyways, what can I do, bro? Death number 10. I'm still on it, but we gotta move on. Like, that shit ain't never happened. It's not like we not 10 deaths. I'm going fucking crazy. But anyways, after we beat Cyrus, he yaps again, and he's tight that he lost, but whatever. We get the fuck out of here. And then Giratina pops up, and we fight Giratina, but I Master Ball Giratina. I don't got the time to deal with that shit right now. After that 10th death, I just wanted to get the fuck out of there and turn the game off. Even though I saved the world, 10 Pokemon that aren't with me anymore is causing a big fucking void in my heart. I don't know if I can stomach this shit no more, man. I don't know if I can stomach this no more. But what would Erwin say?
そもそも生まれてきたことに意味はなかったのか。死んだ仲間もそうなのか。あの兵士たちも無意味だったのか。いや違う。あの兵士たちに意味を与えるのは我々だ。あの勇敢な死者を、哀れな死者を思うことができるのは聖者である我々だ。我々はここで死に、次の聖者に意味を託す。それこそ唯一この残酷な世界に抗う術なのだ。兵士を怒れ、兵士を叫べ、兵士を叩け。
With only one badge left to go, I had to do some soul searching and obviously some team searching. So I came up with a little plan. So the first member I picked up from the remaining locations that I didn't get any Pokemon from was a shiny Magikarp. The shiny is nice, but other than that, I know Gyarados is a pretty OP Pokemon. I didn't want to use Gyarados at first, but I gotta use it now. Look at my options, bro. And then we also picked up a shiny Girafarig that we named Nova because of the Nova League. I know one guy on there loved Girafarig or some shit. I don't know. Y'all probably know more than me, but that's where the nickname coming from. We nicknamed Gyarados Aang because they have to be my chosen one. We also add the shiny Pichu and Budu that we got a while back onto the team, and now I'm ready. I'm ready to make my way to Sunny Shore City and to face the last gym leader, Volkner. And Rose will take a break from this gym, and Poop will come in to sub for obvious reasons, and now I'm ready to face Volkner. So Ariana the Raichu takes care of business with Jolteon with a little dig. I switch out to Poop for Raichu, and I did not know that this motherfucker knows Focus Blast. So Raichu kills Poop with one Focus Blast, and our 11th death is Poop, and that's how I'm feeling, Poop. To take care of this Raichu, I put back in Pepto, and we use a Confuse Ray and Heal strat, and it works, so we kill Raichu. And then next up is Electivire. Instead of healing Ariana, I went for another dig, not realizing that I always go first. So after I get that hit off, Electivire is gonna get a free hit on me, and that's exactly what happened, and Ariana goes down. Death number 12 is a stupid death, bro. Death number 11, okay, but death number 12 was a brain fart. If I used my brain a little bit more, I would not have used dig, I would have used something else. I'm not feeling too good, but then I put Nova in and they finish up Electivire, and then Pepto takes care of Luxray with the Confused Ray strat, and I'm really beating myself up. Even though I won, I got my 8th gym badge, 12 deaths under my belt, it really doesn't feel like that. I actually really feel like the Knicks right now. We ride in with the bench players, but I still think we have a chance, but Jesus, this has to be the worst run on YouTube ever, bro. So now, all I gotta do is make it to the Pokemon League safely with no deaths, and then I think we're gonna be looking pretty good. But of course, on Victory Road, I come across a trainer with a Licky so strong, bro, that I had to sack someone. So I ended up sacking HM Merch. I'm not really too mad about this death because I don't really care about B-Barrel, but I still do care. Death number 13, bro. Bro. And that's not even where it ends. For death number 14, oh, sorry, spoiler alert, for death number 14, I came across another trainer that had an Absol that critical hit me with a Sucker Punch and one-shots Dr. Seuss, bro. Just even slimming down our chances of beating this fucking Nuzlocke. But anyways, after that death, I decided to take a break for a day to come back level-headed. And when I came back, I added Invincible the Scissor to the team, and we finally made it to the Pokemon League. So I have kind of fine-tuned my team with what I can fine-tune with. So we're going in with Gyarados, Girafarig, Magmortar, Scizor, Roserade, and Gastrodon. But before we go into the Elite Four, we gotta fight Milk. The Milk fight wasn't too hard. We take care of business there, thank God. And now we are ready for the Elite Four. I gather all my items and let's head in. First up is Aaron, who primarily uses Bug-type Pokemon, which is a pretty easy fight. Pepto basically clears everyone with Flamethrower on that team. But then when Drapion came out, we just switched to Gary, who used Mud Bomb. We took care of business. And yeah, that fight wasn't too long. It was pretty easy and fast. And now we're on to the next. For next, we have Bertha, who uses primarily Ground-type Pokemon. She starts out with Whiscash. We use Rose to clean up Whiscash with the Grass-type double super effectiveness. And then we switch to Gary for Gliscor, because water beats ground, and that takes care of that business. And then when Hippowdon comes out, we switch into Aang. And this is where I fuck up. So I did not know Hippowdon has a rock-type move. I should have known. I had it like on my other screen, but I wasn't paying attention to it as much as I should have. And that Stone Edge one-shots Aang, bro. I did not take into account that rock is super effective against Gyarados, bro. So boom, death number 15 right there. Now we gotta go through the whole Elite Four with 5 Pokemon, bro. That one Pokemon Aang was one of our OP members, and I was planning to use them for more important battles. So after that, I put Rose back out, and Rose cleans up everything else for us. It almost dies to Rhyperior, but still kills Rhyperior, surviving with 5 health. I wish I just used Rose the whole fight instead of putting Aang out there. I thought Aang could one-shot Hippowdon, but very sad death number 15. We beat Bertha with 1 casualty. The next fight in the Elite Four is Flint, and because Aang is dead, it makes me very nervous for this fight, because Aang, this is one of the fights Aang was gonna carry us in, but hopefully Gary can pick up the slack. But so first up, Rapidash comes out, and it knows Solar Beam, and Gary dies to that Solar Beam. I basically had no Pokemon to put up in front of Rapidash because of that. Flare Blitz is scary, and then the Solar Beam would have fucked up everyone that could do good damage to Rapidash. So Gary dies to the Solar Beam, and then I put out Nova. Nova dies to a Flare Blitz that is powered up from the sun as well. So that is death number 16 and 17. Oh, I'm not done yet. And then from here, I knew the dream was dead. I'm not gonna lie. After those 2 deaths, I knew it was a GG, but I still tried to make it out of the battle alive, but I ended up blacking out. This was so tough. I should have came in more disciplined and prepared, and that was just my fault. For some people, the run would end here, but I know I had some Pokemon in the box, so I wanted to give it one more go. So I gave it one more go with Noctowl, Rhyperior, Dusknoir, Pelipper, Gengar, and Azumarill. It's def doable, but it's gonna be scrappy and hard. And with Aaron, Rhyperior dies to a close combat, and we were basically doomed from the beginning after that. We won that fight without Rhyperior, but then when we fought Bertha, we lost Azumarill, and now we only have 4 Pokemon left. Now we're back to where we ended with Flint, and Flint wipes me out for a second time, and we have officially failed this Nuzlocke challenge. Even though I lost, this is the furthest I have ever made it in any Nuzlocke I have ever tried in my whole life. This was fun, exciting, painful, frustrating, and all of those things at once. I'm glad I had this experience under my belt. I'm glad I tried. But trust me, I will be back to run this challenge again. Source trust. I will win next time. Until then, I'll see y'all. Besitos.